Welcome back to the Cows Channel, ladies and gentlemen, where I go over the greatest, latest, and most disturbing video game news there in the world today. And if you don't like it, it's a moot point, so don't let it concern you. This is a Cow's opinion, and this is something that's a couple days old, but I really wanted to look into more. Because, as we know, Embracer was that huge super conglomerate of video games and IPs, and recently they've said we're going to have to cut back a lot because a massive deal did not go through that we were counting on. Well, everyone's like, what the hell deal did you need? Because they bought like all of Square Enix's Western properties for $300 million. It was a steal. They've been acquiring tons of stuff, just making this super company. And one deal goes through, and now it's going to be a lot less super. It turned out this week that it was a $2 billion deal with Saudi Arabia. So as we know, Embracer Group is a Swedish company that has bought everything. This article points out it's from Borderlands and Gearbox. It's got the rights to Lord of the Rings. It's making a new MMO. And its stock crashed when they had to announce that a $2 billion deal did not go through at the last possible moment. And it sucks. But it wasn't who you think it was. It was Savvy Games Group, which is the controversial gaming arm of the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS. And he's been in the news a lot lately because Saudi Arabia is being accused of like money washing their image because they're doing stuff that a lot of people think is wrong, but they've been doing things. You've probably seen they're buying up soccer teams. They started their own golf federation here in America, and it's now merging with the PGA. They're literally just trying to throw enough money to make people have a better thought of their image. So late last night, we were informed that one major strategic partnership that has been negotiated for 7 months will not materialize. This was the Embracer CEO, Lars Wingfors, and he said that in a May 24th quarterly earnings release. And added that it would have set a new benchmark for the gaming industry. Because, yeah, $2 billion is a lot of money. Now, at the time back in May, nobody knew who it was. But because they said it was billions of dollars, that only left the biggest players, a Sony, a Microsoft, maybe a Nintendo, but Nintendo doesn't really do these kind of deals, so nobody thought them. People are also saying maybe it's Amazon, maybe it's Apple, maybe it's some other massive company, maybe it's Starbucks or McDonald's. There are only a few companies, even if you go outside the tech and gaming spheres, that would have the money to just drop $2 billion. This article also points out like Netflix, Amazon, NetEase, Tencent from China, all kinds of stuff. But now Axios is reporting that it was actually the Saudi Arabia Public Fund. Now, he is very vocal. It's being led by a CEO named Brian Ward, who's a very long time exec. He's worked at EA and Activision Blizzard, so he's worked at the top of the industry. And he thinks that he can turn Saudi Arabia into a new gaming hub with studios on the ground building the next generation of big hits. And we don't know why Savvy Games left the deal. Again, we know it was reported that they closed at the last possible moment, but we don't know why. So, Embracer had already gotten $1 billion from these guys a year ago, which is partially how they funded their acquisitions. And a lot of people are not happy because Embracer, EA, Nintendo, and a lot of other big companies are taking money from like the Chinas and the Saudi Arabias of this world, and they're being told, hey, you guys know that they're not really, you guys keep talking about all these great ideals you have, and then you turn around and you take money from these people. And honestly, guys, you should always pay attention to the money. The money and the business are what matters the most. Companies will say anything. Doesn't matter if you're left or right winning. I'm telling you this, I'm telling you this right now. The only way to tell what a company truly stands for is how they spend and use their money. That's it. They can say whatever the hell they want, but they're just going to do what they want to do. And we don't know if the deal went through ethical concerns, logistical concerns, monetary concerns, legal concerns. We just know that the deal did not go through. Nobody has responded for a comment, even after 4 days. I was looking at this, I was hoping we would get a comment from either of them that wasn't just the usual, "We regret that so-and-so's deal did not go through, but we'll look forward to working together in a possible future day as we continue to make the best video games we can." You know, that kind of just fluff. Let's look at some comments. Yeah, here, top comment right here. "Anyone, individual or corporate, doing business with Saudi Arabia under the current regime should be ashamed of themselves." And that, you had to, yeah. Wonderful news. Screw, they don't like Saudi Arabia. All kinds of stuff. So, guys, let me know down in the comments. Are you happy that this deal didn't go through? Because I'm going to be honest with you. And a lot of speculation how or why the deal fell apart. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really don't want Saudi Arabia to be funding my video games. I don't want regimes that don't believe in individuals or who have terrible human rights records and have all kinds of, and they will do anything they can. This is how people, they will point to the problems that you've had currently in the past, and that is true. You can always be better yourself. But if the argument from a bully is just, "Well, you're not a good person either," that's not an excuse for being a terrible bully. What are you doing? So let me know in the comments, are you actually glad that Embracer's not getting the $2 billion? I know it's closing a lot of studios, which is sad. And I don't understand why Embracer bounced everything off of a single deal like this. I think that's really stupid not to have backup plans. Or how will they, I guess the $2 billion was to help fund all these studios that they're now acquired for long enough for the studios to start releasing games and producing their own money. But that's a really dumb, we need $2 billion to fund for the next couple of years, or we can't make video games. It's unfortunately a very risky play that did not happen. So let me know in the comments what you think, what's your opinion on the matter, because your comments do matter. I read all of them. I try to respond to at least thumbs up everything that I see. And guys, play more games, because games are awesome and you deserve awesome.